Ms. Mutrecha, you see, if the real challenge ahead is not population growth, let's put aside the alarm, but the population that is aging. We will soon have an aging population, an old population. What should the government now be focusing on? Should there be, a departure on what kind of policies we're bringing to the table right now? Is it going? Is the focus? Does the focus now need to shift towards elder care, healthcare systems, pensions, women's workforce participation? Of course, that's something that Mitali also touched upon just a short while ago.
So, it's the population fear that's bringing this critical issue of social security for our citizens, especially the aged population, who are going through a very difficult time, especially the poor, in a country where we have no social security. And the joint family system is going very quickly far behind us. So in a situation like that, we should have been planning instead of we now are going to panic. We need a lot of investment in our elderly. But geriatric care in India is at not even at a nascent stage, except for states like Kerala. We needed geriatric care for both the rich, the poor, the middle class. We didn't do anything. Second, social security. I don't see why the elderly population has been sitting on dharna for years and nobody goes to see them because they don't even have 500 rupees or 300 rupees for their medication. So it is time. No civilized society, no country which claims to be a Vishwa Guru, a third in economy, we're going to be number one sometime to come. We keep aspiring. Can we aspire for that without being a civilized society that takes care of its people, that has zero social security? We keep saying our GDP growth is, well, whether it's more or less, we don't know. The economists will work that out. But we need to invest.
Yes, you're absolutely right, ma'am.
Aged, where they can work. We're talking about worrying about the workforce. People at 60 have another 15 to 20 years to contribute, to work. We have to create post-retirement, not just jobs, but skilling. If we are smart, then community participation in looking after the aged, volunteering. I can assure you there'll be large number of young people, middle-aged people who will come out to look after. Let's it's about the culture of caring, whether it's the care economy for the women, the elderly. We have to get serious about care economy.
You're absolutely right, ma'am. I've completely run out of time here. This has been a great and a riveting discussion. Of course, there are several other aspects that one has to take a look at. I did want to talk about, whether we were going to grow old without getting rich, because that's the, entire curve that we see across other economies as well. They first get rich and then they start getting old. Is that not going to happen with us? That's something to take a look at. And then there's the entire delimitation fight, the politics of identity that's going to come into play as well. But I'm glad that we did not touch upon that at the moment, just for now. I think the biggest takeaways is that we can shut off those alarm bells, and we've got a massively and quite a strong population. Let's try to focus on that, and there are great things to come on that particular front.